So we have the moon entering Scorpio. New moon in Scorpio. New desires. New internal passion. New motives. New endeavors. So, of course, this is the time to basically start reacting and responding to being fixed in your own feelings, own emotions, own energies, and, of course, own agendas. And, of course, these things have to be hidden, private. Nobody can know. Now, the zodiac signs that's going to be dealing with these energies, for instance, Aries, you guys are going to be basically going through frustration, misunderstandings on how you want to basically take path. There may be certain past trauma issues or things that might be resurfacing during this time. Try not to basically put those frustrations into your indictments. You will learn how to basically get around that circumstance situation. For all Tauruses, some moon ascendances, you guys is basically going to be acting out, receiving, or your persona is going to be basically opposite when it comes to getting stable and things of that matter, feel me? Because you're on the opposite polar shift right now. So you're going to be feeling disconnected with trying to get deeper with your emotions at this perspective. If it ain't material, then of course you're going to look at it like, okay, what is the whole purpose? But also you're going through a lot of changes with the Uranus and Taurus energy. So you guys are going through a lot of conflict right now. Geminis, you guys are going to be going through misunderstandings when it comes to your actions, your reactions, and of course your persona. These things are going to come off as misunderstood to other individuals, or you may just misunderstand other individuals during this time due to that 150. Also, Cancers, you guys are going to have the gift to transform how you care and cater to home, family, or close friends, or your emotions on a deeper level. Leos, you guys are going to be learning how to go through conflict right now. Of course, learning how to express your individual natures, but not putting everything out there into the open. Because, of course, we in the dark side of the seasons. And, of course, the sun is basically descending right now. So, of course, it's going to sleep. It's getting ready to basically transform. So try not to put too much of that fiery instincts out there in the public. You'll be all right. Also, Scorpios, you guys are going to be acting out, receiving, and your persona and your passions are going to basically be the key terms on how this energetic rotation is going to be deciphering around everybody. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendances, you guys are going to be seeing and feeling things on a different perspective or on a different level. And of course, you may basically be reminiscing about the past during this time, or past circumstances or past issues can basically pop up in your secluded area. Also, Capricorns, you're going to have opportunities to overpower yourself, overindulge when it comes to your responsibilities, your status, your career, and your goals. Try not to put yourself into a situation again too workaholic, because you're gonna go to the extremes. All Scorpios, we're also gonna go through some power control issues, some transformations during this new moon in Scorpio energies, because of course we also got Pluto and Capricorn, so you guys are gonna be going through some big changes, big experiences too. Also, Aquarius, you guys are gonna be going through a learning how to go through a transformation when it comes to your generational. Of course, humanitarian natures, how you're seen, your uniqueness, originality, everything is gonna be going through a transformation during this time. So you're gonna be going through some conflict when it comes to your actions and your reactions, or your persona in general is gonna be at conflict. And of course, there's gonna be a whole lot of responsibilities that may basically be put on your shoulders, and of course, a whole lot of luck too that comes with it if you can basically learn how to take action. Also, we got Pisces, a gift to feel deeply compassionate about the world, your dreams, and of course, seeing things behind the scenes, or basically bringing things to the open. Because of course, this is a trine right here for you, so you guys got a gift. So all water signs got a gift. Scorpio's got a conjunction right now. All earth signs got opportunities. And all and all other signs. Yeah, only signs that ain't got opportunities is Tauruses, but it depends on wherever you got your charts and your placements at this perspective. But we about to get into the houses. So wherever you got Scorpio at in your house, this is the behind the scenes areas where you're going to basically need to take action, need to react, need to respond to these things. And of course, the house is basically how it's predicated towards what you can't see. But the house is where you derived it, when you was developing your body. And of course, this is how it's going to play out. So if you got Scorpio in the first house, this is the Scorpio ascendant. you're going to be going through new transformation when it comes to your personalities, your persona on a deeper level. Feel me? You're going to feel the need to basically want to travel, expand, or basically take care of things on a when it comes to your arts, or when it comes to your passions or your desires and things that matter. You want to basically expand these things. And of course, you also dealing with the Uranus and Saturn is going to be squaring off with this degrees, because Scorpio is going to be in the 12 degrees decon. So it's going to be a lot of squares, and it's going to be a lot of opposites right now. So Uranus is basically going to be the one that's opposing it, being that Uranus is in basically Taurus right now. So being that Uranus is in Taurus, everybody going to go through some changes when it comes to their money, things that they do on a routine, things that they're basically trying to get comfortable and fixated in. So now, Scorpio in the first house. Now, you got Uranus in the 7th house. So that means you may have to go through some opposites when it comes to people, places, and things that you're relating to. For me, you may have to basically come up with a new way on how to relate with people, or a new way to basically change how you relate to people. And Saturn, it's basically going to be coming into your home when it comes to your home, privacy, your responsibilities. Make sure you're taking care of these things, nurturing these things, and of course, catering towards these things, and coming together with family. Feel me? Teamwork make the dream work. Feel me? You'll be all right with this during this time. Also, if you got Scorpio in the 2nd house, you're going to be going through new things that's dealing with the things that you value, new people, places, and things. Also, try not to put yourself into a situation to get into debt during this time. You can overindulge into this area too. And of course, you're going to feel the need to basically take action when it comes to the people, places, and things that you value, whether it's come to resources or things that you basically have a true desire for. Also, Uranus wants you to basically get ready to oppose against your desires, because your desires can haunt you and destroy you. Saturn also wants you to basically take care of your responsibilities when it comes to your creativity. Try not to utilize things that try to relate more when it comes to your creativities or your expressions or your arts or your hobbies and shit. You want to basically make sure you cater into these energies. That's where Saturn is going to basically learn how to. Saturn is going to bring conflict when it comes to your creativity. Scorpio in the 3rd house. You're going to be going through a whole lot of new changes when it comes to your environment, your surroundings, and of course, the people, places, and things you're connected with. During this time, you're going to be feeling new ways to exercise your power and your environment, and of course, taking on a whole lot of tasks and responsibilities. Uranus is going to be basically going through some opposites when it comes to your experiences and shit like that. So try not to put yourself into a situation of basically neglecting these things. For me, you may have to get real situated and, of course, change things up when it comes to your experiences and how you relate to individuals or build on your experiences. Also, Saturn wants you to take care of responsibilities when it comes to your health, your work, your routines. Feel me? Make sure your health is right, because if you ain't taking care of your responsibilities when it comes to your health, you're going to experience that bulldozer. 4th house. A new transformation when it comes to your home, your family, and your mother. Feel me? Try not to kill nobody during this time. Feel me? Try not to get into no dangers. Try not to imprison yourself. Feel me? Because these energies can basically pop up. You don't want to have to put yourself into a situation to basically go on Michael Myers on motherfuckers. So also, what you need to basically do here, Uranus is basically bringing conflict when it comes to your status and how you're seen. For me, you may have to basically change that and oppose on that area, or get fixated on how you want to express yourself and how you want to be seen. I mean, Uranus is basically bringing that energy, and Saturn is basically wants you to take care of responsibilities when it comes to your relationships. Feel me? Whole lot of relationships and status quo relationships and shit. They want you to take care of responsibilities and that. Whoever you're relating to, I mean, make sure you're connecting with these individuals during this time, or you may have to disconnect to connect to a better relationship. Also, Scorpio in the 5th house, you're gonna go through a whole lot of new transformation when it comes to your creativities, how you are basically endeavoring when it comes to your desires. You may be basically over obsessive during this time. So put yourself into a situation. You're going to be dealing with a whole lot of ghosts, whole lot of secret, whole lot of enemies too when it comes to your creativity and shit. Because you may basically be developing a whole new creativity. And individuals, the individuals that's going to fuck with you is basically people from your from the public or the unknown. So you're going to be basically developing a whole lot of enemies or secret enemies during this time when it comes to your public, social media and shit like that. What you need to basically do is oppose against these areas. Fuck it. Keep doing your creativity. You'll be all right. Also, Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your desires and shit. So you may have to be very restrictive towards your desires, or you may have to build on your own desires. Sixth house, new if revolutionary energies when it comes to your daily routines. You may basically become very conceited during this time. Try not to be very doubtful or lazy during this time. I mean, you're going to come up with a whole new transformation when it comes to your routines and things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Uranus is basically in your 12th house, so I want you to basically get fixated on your own dreams, your own imagination and creativity, and of course, I want you to get build on that. So when the full moon comes in Taurus, you'll be basically fulfilled, not unfulfilled. Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your experiences and how you deal with yourself out there in the public. Also, 7th house, this is basically new relationships, new intimacy, and of course new ways to endeavor. You could be basically dealing with a whole lot of jealousy, a whole lot of hate, or trying to move on from a partner, or basically be holding up a whole lot of pent up energies. Uranus is basically coming into your first house, so you guys have come up with a new persona, a new personality. Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your status, your career, your business, and goals. Make sure these are taken care of. 8th house, new desires, new passions, new goals, and new motives. You're going to be in a circumstance situation basically trying to go after a new goal or new experiments. Uranus is basically bringing change when it comes to the things that you value. People, places, and things you may have to change or oppose against these areas, or change up how you deal with individuals in that totality. Saturn wants you to take care of responsibilities in the public, and of course get associated with your public endeavors, and you'll be all right. 9th house is basically bringing new experiences, new expansions on a deeper level too, not being on the surface level. Uranus is basically bringing change in your environment and how you deal with your surroundings or your friends or associates. Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your dreams, imaginations. Of course, you need to take care of these dreams, imagination, either building with somebody or just coming up with your own way of doing things. 10th house, new goals, new agendas. Also, you're going to put yourself into a situation to come up with a new status or take care of your responsibilities, or basically doing some new shit that people, places, things wouldn't expect from you. Also, motherfucking Uranus is basically bringing change, opposing change when it comes to your home and your family. Your family basically may be on your ass during this time. So you may have to oppose or show them that you basically about that shit. Also, Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your personality and yourself. Take care of your personal business during this time. 11th house. This is a circumstance situation where new public friends, new associates, new acquaintances. You may basically be developing a whole lot of enemies, secret enemies and shit during this time. So be careful. Uranus is bringing change when it comes to your ego, when it comes to your expressions and shit. You may have to change the pose against these things and shit like that. These things is coming up to basically fuck with you. The 5th house don't fuck with this house. Also, Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your dreams, imagination. You need to take care of these things and, of course, be behind the scenes. Don't tell everybody what's going on and shit. Keep these things hidden. And last but not least, 12th house. In the 12th house, this is new dreams, new imaginations, new routines, and, of course, new ways to basically get connected towards these areas. Try not to put yourself into a situation to basically get lazy during this time, because things that you do on a day-to-day routine basis may basically come up, block you from what you want to basically do on a creative endeavor, and it's basically might fuck you over. So put yourself into a circumstance situation to basically paying attention to the things that's going to cater towards what you're doing on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your responsibilities. And you may basically have to change up the way you do things when it comes to your responsibilities and things that you basically cater to on a day-to-day basis. Also, Saturn is basically bringing responsibilities when it comes to your environments. Also, people, places, and things that you associate yourself with your environment. So make sure you're taking care of your responsibilities when it comes to your environment. And of course, you'll be out in a circumstance situation. And of course, this is going to be a circumstance situation where you're going to put yourself into a, you're going to go to some conflict on this time. 12th house, you're going to go through conflicts. 11th house, you're going to go through some opportunities. 10th house, you're going to go through some conflict. 9th house, you guys are going to, you're going to go through some shit. So be ready and be prepared. But that's the energies of the new moon in Scorpio. Make sure whatever you basically catering towards or what you're trying to basically manifest is behind closed doors. And of course, everything that starts within going to get birthed out. So of course, if you doing things reversely, and of course, you're not taking care of responsibilities or transforming shit out your life, then you just planting bad seeds. And of course, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle, the same shit. If you don't move or make changes or make the sacrifice, the stars can't work with you. And that's how it is. So y'all be safe, be protected, of course. All is well.